Howdy, howdy, people. Just a little context for this next clip of video. This is me sitting down with Trail Angel Paul, and after talking to him, he had a lot to say, and I felt like he really needed his whole video. Like, I didn't want to cut any of this short, so I'm just giving him his whole video. He was amazing. What a great guy, and he's just one of tons and tons of people that are out here supporting hikers, and he did it in such a big way by providing a place for these people to stay for like 3 nights. And I mean, the night I was there on a Friday, there was 25-ish people running amok on his cabin, like, and he fed them all, cooked dinner, like provided showers, bathrooms, laundry. I woke up stupid early in the morning, and then they already had his amazing wife, like, had already cooked like quiche, and like they had donuts out and asking me what kind of coffee I want. And just, I don't know, he's got a lot to say about the trail here, and I didn't want to cut any of that out. So he's got his own little video. I hope you check it out. There's good people out here. So all right, peace. Hey, it's Ramen here again. Got introduced to another trail angel named Paul, who scooped us up down in town and whisked us away to his cabin, where he's got quite a few hikers hanging here. Him and his lovely wife, they've been cooking and providing us with all these drinks and stuff. And before I let him take it away, I just wanted to say, like, this is really what has impressed me with like this whole trip down here to California and doing this PCT, is like the amount of support it gets. And Paul, he's just a fraction of the amount of people that are out here doing this thing. And it's just love for this trail and community, I'm assuming. But he'll be able to break it down a lot easier than me, because he's the guy, and I can't speak for him. So
what it comes down to, Ron, is for us, it's about the people. I've thought about it a long time. So I'm a section hiker, and part of being a section hiker, there's a lore that a section hiker is a happy hiker. Well, I've experienced that. And when you're starting out like where we are right now, it's everybody's excited.
Yeah.
But after the Sierras, the slog starts in, and it just becomes work.
And then it's the burn zones and the NorCal and the stuff.
People just starting to themselves. Because we're section hikers, and when I say we, my brother and I hike the trail together, we have discovered that what we can do, or what we bring, is joy. We can bring joy to a campsite. We can bring joy to somebody walking on the trail. Somebody we say hi to. Just saying hello, where you from, how you doing, is wonderful. It's uplifting. It's not just the slog at that point anymore. But what I've discovered personally, I'll go back into first person, is that hikers are the people I like to be with. They are motivated, they're driven, they're goal-oriented, they're focused.
Well, what I've noticed too, and I'm sorry to interject a little bit before I forget, is I noticed it's kind of a universal language. Like here on the PCT, what some people might not know is probably half the people here aren't even from this country, and it's so cool to realize that automatically you have something in common. So it's easy to interact with somebody from France or Germany or wherever, because you already have something in common. It's just you're one step ahead of that game, and it becomes really kind of a social environment. It's cool.
It's exactly right. You're all sharing your experiences together. Plus, you're learning about people. Every time you're walking on the trail, you're talking to somebody. You're learning that they have a family at home. They have grandparents that they hope can hold on until they finish the trail. Life happens. People get married. People get divorced. Families are created on the trail. I've seen families fall apart. So life is happening on the trail in the microcosm, but you're doing it next to other people, and so they experience that with you. So whenever we create family on the trail, I know things about these people. I know their likes and dislikes, their fears, their joys, everything, that you can imagine that somebody wants to share with you. You're seeing them at their height, you're seeing them at their low.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some low.
There's
It
gonna be
might
some
not quite yet because we're all excited about this right now, but it's coming, I'm sure. I've played that game.
People that just said, I can't take one more step, and they stop, and that's it until they recover, and then they keep going. My father was great about teaching us about life, and the trail was part of that. Other things were a part of that, but one of the big things was discomfort is temporary. So you might be miserable tonight, you might be wet, cold, it's awful, but tomorrow's you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be better.
Well, also, how good is that story when you're telling it if it didn't come along with being wet, being miserable? Like, how cool is that story? Let's be real. Like, and I don't know, that's what leads to, like, when you tell your grandkids someday, oh, I did this and this, but when you tell them all the misery that comes along with it, I don't know, I feel like that just brings that emphasis and brings it to light.
It absolutely does. You spend a chilly night in slushy snow, and rivulets of water have penetrated your sleeping bag and are rolling down your back, and you can't do anything about it. That's when you really appreciate the good times. That's when it's a sunny day and a beautiful sunset, even the sound of a guy with a chainsaw in the background, you appreciate that, because you're not laying in a wet sleeping bag on top of ice and freezing your butt off.
I think honestly that for me, the psychological part of this is what excited me, because I put myself in situations where it was so easy to say, no, I'm done with this, I can't do it. Whether I got really into archery, elk hunting, and I'd spend a month out there elk hunting, and like there's times where, and I'm a grown-ass man, and I'll be the first to admit, there's times where I bawled like a little girl, and I'm like, I can't do this. Like, my body shut down, everything shut down, and when you push through that, it really, I don't know, it gave me something inside that I had the ability to push through that. And I don't know, like I think that's kind of one of the things I'm chasing, is that internal feeling again of like, I was able to do that when it would have been so easy to turn around and say, no, I'm done with this shit, and I know that this is going to be like that at some point. So it's exciting.
My first alpine ascent was Mount Shasta.
Okay, awesome.
And I was probably 11 years old.
Oh, that's great. That's cool.
Now, I went when I was 10, and the weather wasn't great, and tried it, miserable. And I walked away thinking, I'm never going to do this. But because of what I learned, you got to be able to try. Now, my family has a ranch north of Shasta, so we would drive by it many times a year, and I would look at the top of that mountain, and it just seemed so majestic and so amazing, because it's so iconic. It's such
probably overwhelming at the same time too.
Absolutely overwhelming. But what was cool about it was, next year comes up, my dad said, we're going to do this. Awesome. And there wasn't any question. And it turned out the weather was perfect, and no wind, and went to the top. And I have a picture of my dad and me standing at the very top, and I'm probably 2 feet shorter than he is, and I'm standing on top of the very top because I wanted to be on the top, stand on the top like it was Everest.
Well, of course, right on the marker. Where's the pin, Dad? Where's the pin?
I wanted to be and my dad's next to me, and it's funny because he's standing there, and he's like the Rock of Gibraltar. It's just so strong and capable and able, and so the PCT to me, it embodies that, just like something insurmountable, but you just put one foot in front of the other and just keep going. It's like the old adage, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Right.
Yeah.
So you just got to go after it.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you, and thanks for sitting down for a little interview. Like, I've been more interested in like the stories. Like, I wasn't sure what this video was going to be or why I'm even filming it, aside from practice for my Idaho gig, but like I've been more interested in kind of the stories of the people and stuff, and like interviewing people. I found that more fun and more satisfying.
I'd like to end on one more point, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, you can take as much time as you want. We got a terabyte.
Things like this. Here I am doing this angeling. Why am I doing something like this? Even my wife thinks I'm crazy. It's because it brings me so much joy to bring joy to others. It really does. It warms my heart. It just makes me feel great to know that I'm bringing joy to others. And do I expect payback? No. All I can hope is that someday, all these people do this for somebody else.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm sure I guarantee there's people right now in this group, which it's a big group, mind you, that Paul's letting in his house. This is a big deal. Within this group, they're looking at you right now, and someday probably just pay back the same way you are. I guarantee it.
Exactly. So thank
that's
you very
awesome.
much.
No, thank you. You're the one to.
Thanks, Roman. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, and can you sign my backpack? Because Keith, the last trail angel, signed my backpack, so I really appreciate that. So
Yeah, I'd love to.
that'd be sick.